has begun. And should the Eagles go after Austin Ekeler?
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, how you doing? King Dingbat here. I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So the legal tampering period of the NFL has begun, and already teams are taking Eagle players from us. Left and right and all around. They're trying to snatch up all the Eagles players. And Javon Hargrave, of all the places to go, goes to the San Francisco 49ers. What is going on here? We're going to talk about it in a second. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to Daily Eagles content, NFL content, the draft, free agency. We cover it all. This is, by the way, the most censored, most throttled Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And this is the only place you're going to find me. So hit that subscribe button. And if you've been subscribed for a while, I just want to thank you guys for all the support that you give to me. It truly is amazing. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Now, I'm going to jump right into this because we've got a lot to talk about. The question, I guess, is do you want the good news? Or do you want the bad news? Or do you want the what if news? I say, let's just go right for the bad news, okay? And bad news it is, because the tampering period began today, 12 Eastern. And I would say as soon as it began, it was like 3-4 minutes in, somehow T.J. Edwards and his agents and the Bears worked out a deal to sign with the Bears. 3 years, $19.5 million. A multi-million-dollar deal done in 3 minutes. They worked it on 3 minutes. This is supposed to be the start of the legal tampering. Now, you got teams tampering before the legal tampering part. What's the point of legal tampering? It's ridiculous. There's no way they could have worked this deal out without talking beforehand. But T.J. Edwards goes to the Bears. Not a surprise. I mean, we all expected it, right? We all expected T.J. Edwards to be gone, just by the way the Eagles value linebackers in general, and then Nakobe Dean. So we lose him instantly, but I think there's a path. There are things that we can do to negate this. This is not really a surprise or something I'm really concerned about, to be quite honest with you. I like Nakobe Dean. I trust him. But T.J. Edwards, undrafted rookie free agent, he goes and gets a three-year, $19.5 million deal to the Bears. Congratulations to him. Now, the big one that came in today was this. Former Eagles defensive tackle Javon Hargrave has reached an agreement on a 4-year, $80 million deal that includes $40 million guaranteed at signing with the San Francisco 49ers, per sources. Deal negotiated and confirmed by Drew Rosenhaus and Ryan Matha. This one is also not a surprise. We did not expect Javon Hargrave to be back. Why are they showing James Bradbury on TV? Oh, crap. But we did not expect Javon Hargrave to be back. What hurts about this one is he's going to the 49ers. The 49ers, after everything with the NFC Championship game, now the 49ers. Oh, you got to be kidding me. That's what kills me. I'm not surprised that he signed. That it is what it is. But, yeah, Javon Hargrave was great for us. He goes to a San Francisco 49ers team that's going to make them a lot better. Him with Bosa, that's a great defensive line. And clearly, the 49ers are our biggest threat in the NFC, is what I believe. But we lose Javon Hargrave. Now, we do have some good news to talk about. I know it's kind of depressing. It kind of feels sad to talk about these guys leaving. All of a sudden, our defense is down 2 starters. I think the defensive tackle position will be dealt with in the draft. That's what I'm expecting. Maybe the Eagles could go ahead and find a way to sign Sue to a 1-year deal or something like that. But Javon Hargrave, man, thank you for all that you do. I'm glad that you got your money, all that stuff. But man, why did you go to the 49ers? That's what kills me more than anything, is that he went to the San Francisco 49ers. Some good news, though. Let's talk about this. Jason Kelce announced today that he will not retire. He is coming back for a year. This is something we all kind of had a feeling was going to happen. I'm glad he's back. He's the best center in football. He should come back, play another year. What's going to be interesting now is, are they going to move Cam Jurgens to right guard, or is that a position that they're going to have to fill somewhere else? Because, as you know, Isaac Seumalo, it's just a matter of time before he signs somewhere else. So we're going to have to wait and see. But Jason Kelce tweeted this today. He says, I have put much thought into whether it makes sense to play another season. After talking it over with my wife and many other friends and family, I have decided to return for another year. Thank you to all my supporters and detractors for fueling me. It ain't effing done yet. And shout out to Jason Kelce. Congratulations to him on coming back, man. We need Jason Kelce back. Is there any question about it? We need Jason Kelce back. So I'm glad to have him back. Now, as far as where everything else stands at this moment, at this minute, okay, we're still looking at other guys, hoping that they're going to be resigning. Bradbury's still up in the air. There were reports earlier today that the Eagles are really pushing hard for C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So maybe by the time this video is up, that'll break. And when it does, one way or the other, I'll be back to do another video. But, right now, it's pretty hard to see all these guys going, but we knew it was going to happen. But it's hard. It's hard nonetheless. You get to the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden, boom, here these guys go. And we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see what the Eagles do. My hope is that I'll say this. I think Howie's got a plan. I think that we'll be able to adjust and maneuver to whatever comes our way. We just got to wait and see. And one of the things that people are talking a lot about today is the running back spot. Because obviously it looks like Miles Sanders is going to go. What are the Eagles going to do at running back? And one of the names that's coming up today a lot is Austin Ekeler. The reason why Austin Ekeler is coming up is because he went to the Chargers and they, were having negotiations about a contract extension. It stalled, and he therefore has requested a trade. Now, should the Eagles go out and trade for Austin Ekeler? That's the question. And I got to say this. Austin Ekeler would help the Eagles offense. It would make the Eagles offense better, no question about it. So on that level, I'm all for the possibility of trading him. If you want to trade for him, I would be definitely open to it, okay? The issue that comes up with Austin Ekeler, and I think where there may be a problem, is I think and I assume that anywhere he gets traded is going to have to include a contract extension. This is where we could run into a little bit of trouble. The Eagles don't want to pay running backs a ton of money, and for that reason, I don't know that the Eagles would do it. I think he's making $6.5 million next year, but he wants an extension. He wants a new contract. He is 27 years old. So would the Eagles do that? That remains to be seen. But here are some of his statistics we need to look at, right? He's 27 years old, and this was put out by Sports Radio 94 WIP. Shout out to them. They say Chargers star running back Austin Ekeler has reportedly requested permission to seek a trade. Last season, here's what the 27-year-old did. 1,637 yards from scrimmage. I think he had over 900 yards rushing. 18 total touchdowns. 18 total touchdowns. That's absolutely fantastic. 107 catches. And the question is, should the Eagles pursue him? I think the Eagles should pursue him or look to it, unless they got to give him some huge contract extension. If it has to come with an extension, then I don't think the Eagles will do it. I think you should look towards the draft or something like that. But Austin Ekeler, especially from a receiving point, if the Eagles use him out of the backfield, the guy had 107 catches. Why not? It make your offense more explosive, more scary, and this is exactly what we need to do. We need to build our offense up for this year so that we can give our defense a chance to retool through the draft over the next 2 years. So a guy like this, yeah, I would definitely look at it. Derrick Henry is another guy I would consider. Totally two different running backs, but I would consider both of them. The hiccup for me about Ekeler could be in the extension. If they have to give him a big extension, he wants big money, I'm not doing it. I'm not paying him $10 million a year. But if I can get him at around $6.5 million, $7 million where he's at right now, yeah, I would do it. I'm not going to give him I'm not giving him a big $10 million contract. He's not getting Saquon Barkley money, franchise tag money. I know he had 107 catches, but I'm not doing it. At that point, I would rather go out and get Derrick Henry for 1 year than do that or draft somebody, who's younger under a rookie deal. These running backs, when they get to their second contracts, is where the problem starts. This is why I preach, and I've been saying, why not go out and trade up and get Bijan Robinson with your second first-round pick and then tie him to a 5-year deal under a rookie contract? Because it's the second contract that get these running backs in trouble. You have 3 running backs who basically never got an extension with their team but were franchised because the team doesn't want to pay a running back a second contract. Well, if you draft a running back like, let's say, a Bijan Robinson for 5 years, you don't have to worry about that for 5 years. And Austin Ekeler, if I have to extend him, I'm not so interested. If I could get him to play next year under $6.5 million, I would very much want to do it. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Eagles do. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on with Bradbury, CJ. We'll be back probably later tonight to update you guys on that situation. Thank you to everybody that joined me in my stream today. Should be streaming sometime tomorrow. Not sure exactly what time yet. Then Thursday, Friday, Wednesday. I can't commit to it because I have certain things going on. But with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. So at this point, it's not really official yet or something, but it sounded like Aaron Rodgers is heading to the Jets. Now, if he heads to the Jets, what does that mean? It means that the NFC is even weaker than it was last year. No Rodgers, no Brady. The Eagles, even though they're losing pieces, if Howie handles things right, piece the defense together with Band-Aids and tape and things like that while building through the draft for 2 years and relies on that offense, the Eagles get right back into it in the NFC. Denzel Washington out.